The man untied the ropes on the coffin, grabbed the lid with both hands, gritted his teeth, and heaved it open with all his might. Inside the coffin were stacks of books, a large bag of coins, and a letter. He opened the letter and saw that it was his friend urging him to study hard, achieve success in the future, and leaving him his savings. Tears streamed down the man's face as he realized he had wronged his friend. Just a few days earlier, the man had failed the civil service exam once again. The villagers had advised him to give up, saying that his wife and children at home were almost starving. But the man felt too ashamed to go home. In his despair, he remembered that his friend had become an official and decided to ask him for some money. When he arrived at his friend's house, however, he was refused an audience. The man was furious and accused his friend of being ungrateful. He reminded his friend that when they were children and his friend's family was poor, he had helped him out. But his friend dismissed it as just leftovers and scraps. Then, his friend sent him some food, which the man took as an insult and stormed out. But not far from there, hunger overcame him, and he collapsed by the roadside. He tried to steal a melon from a field but was caught by the owner and had to flee in embarrassment. After a few days, the man still didn't dare to go home and wandered aimlessly. Suddenly, his friend's servant found him and said that someone in his family had died and he needed to hurry back. The man asked to borrow a horse, but the servant told him to run back on his own. The man felt utterly helpless and thought that even the servant looked down on him. Then it started pouring rain. The man ran desperately through the rain but slipped and fell to the ground. He cursed himself for being a failure who couldn't even take care of his own family. He made a silent vow to himself that he would make something of his life. Gradually, his eyes grew resolute. He threw away his useless top hat, empty satchel, and fancy clothes, stood up firmly, and continued on his way. When the man reached the village entrance, he saw a group of people carrying a coffin toward his house. He rushed into the courtyard and saw his wife and children crying on top of the coffin, thinking he was dead. The neighbors began to gossip. Then the man carrying the coffin said it was a gift from his friend. The man opened the coffin, saw the letter and the money, and finally understood his friend's good intentions. He broke down and wept.